Hello, my name is Kevin Rana and my partner is Thomas Manu, and we will be presenting a Windows application called Trivia Game.
The goal of this project is to write a Windows trivia game. This game will help educate people who use it in different categories such as geography and computers, and much more when they are added later on.
Our research component. Games are usually not educational, but in this project we'll be researching on how to make an app that is educational for its users, but also in a way that it's also fun. That's why we made it a game. There's also a security factor in these type of games, where the questions in the servers can be changed to something else that isn't educational. Educational purposes. This app is not only fun to play, but it's also educational. You learn more about different topics and you get to play against your friends. There's another app that is very similar to ours. It's called QuizUp. It is an app that is filled with many categories that you can play. The best part about this is that you can also take categories such as that will take care of SATs, GRE, and GMAT. And this is a very educational app, and it can actually help you study for your exams.
Security measures. For security, there are many ways to make our app secure. Such ways are using authorization tokens and username and password, and there are other more stuff that we could do, but we'll just limit to this too. And each token or username will normally have roles attached to them so that security of the server does not ever get compromised, ever. For this app, I created a database server that's supposed to store all the questions and answers that will be used for the game. So the way this works, according to the protocols that you can see in the screen, the server starts out by listening in a new port and then also connects to the database so that any client that connects to the server will be able to access the database and all the questions and answers in it. Then the server goes into a waiting state and just waits for any request from any connected client. There are two ways for the clients to request or get stuff. The first way that the server deals with objects is when the client requests for objects that are already in the database, such as questions and answers. So the server searches through the database and then retrieves those questions and sends it to the client through that port. Another way is also when the client creates questions and answers and they want to add it to the database so that they can get it later on. The server also listens in the port that's being used to get all the data from the client and store it into the database for later use.
The client side, which is the Windows Form application, starts out not connected, so it starts out null. You enter your name and you choose which category you want. It then sends that information to the database. The database then sends the entire category back to the client side, which is all the questions and other information that is needed. The client then uses that, and each time you click the answer button, it iterates through the list that the database sends, and it just keeps on popping up the question and answer until the last question is displayed, and the answer button that when you click, it will just give you your score from the database. Now our glorious application.
Here are some of the sources we used, and that's our trivia game. Please give us an A.